Welcome to the Fringe News Bigfoot Update. This week's stories are hot off the tubes and something for everyone, so grab a cup of Sasquatch Coffee and let's get at it, okay? Now, first up tonight is a second look at the possible Bigfoot mentioned in the Bigfoot community page back on January 30th. Phil Poling of Para Breakdown took the time to investigate this one a little further, and it seems like there's some red flags to notice, so we may be on the hook once again. And while we're on the subject of breakdowns, Phil also put up a video of the newest Mark Anders reported Bigfoot in Willow Creek that's been jamming up the tubes for days now. Sadly, I don't believe that Bigfoot wears tennis shoes under their fur, so go check it out. youtube.com/parabreakdown to check out all those videos. And here's something newly found on Facebook. Bigfoot is Real, the movie. Yes, that's right. It's going to be your typical Bigfoot movie? Not. This site's promising a kinder, gentler look into the life and world of the Bigfoot, so keep your eyes peeled for this one to come out sometime in the next few years. Is this a Bigfoot knocking station? Someone seems to think it is. Looks to me like a bark disease on the poor trees and has had it for quite a while now, but who knows? At least to people listening to the Squatchers Lounge podcast, one would expect some kind of damage on a tree getting whacked with a branch by an 8-foot wood ape, wouldn't one? Credit to the fine art America for the picture. Now, just earlier today, Greg Newkirk, the man behind the WhoFortedBlog.com, posted a great article. It seems even PETA watches the podcast, as they are compelling people not to hunt for Bigfoot. PETA, known worldwide for their interesting concepts on saving animals, are begging people to leave the forest people alone. But again, in the same article, Texas says, bag 'em and tag 'em. We don't give a crap. Check out the article on WhoFortedBlog.com or RoadTraverse.com. Next up is this odd news story of a woman in the swamps of Louisiana who helped raise a young Sasquatch from her home. Cryptozoology News posted up the article today of how this woman interacted with a Bigfoot from 1964 to 1972. Maybe the Carter Ranch stories aren't so far-fetched after all. Who knows? Be sure to check out cryptozoologynews.com to read the rest of that article. And I just got off a chat with Christopher York. He and Matt Knapp and Steve Alcorn are setting up to record episode 21 of the Freudian Slip. Those fellows like to ride by the seat of their pants, so who knows where this week's podcast will end up, but you can be sure it'll be opinionated and uncensored for your pleasure. So be sure to check out youtube.com/the Freudian Slip to catch out all the fun later on tonight. And just a couple of self-promotion items tonight. First, be sure to check out my newest release of Real Bigfoot Encounters. This week's story comes to us from the Redwood coast of California. Two friends set off to investigate a Bigfoot sighting and end up getting more than they bargained for. Check that out on youtube.com/BigfootEvidence. And finally tonight, the podcast announcement. Don't miss out this Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Pacific when David and I welcome Jonathan Brown, the man behind the Grays Harbor Bigfoot thermal footage, while we discuss the facts, evidence, and circumstances surrounding that Bigfoot video. Right here on youtube.com/SLoungePodcast. Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern. Thanks for joining me for the Fringe News Season 2, Episode 4. I'm Reverend Jeff. May the Squatch be with you.